Where is he?
Hey, I'm taking lunch orders. What do you want?
Not now, I'm trying to find something.
I ain't got all day, lady.
Oh, all right, I'll have the packed meat special, but no gravy.
You got it, sweet cheeks.
All right, now where is that little sweet cheeks?
You forgot to do your opening bit.
My opening what? Oh, hello everyone. Absent friend here. And today we're doing another Disney Villainous guide. This is impossible. I have searched everywhere and I still can't find him.
Who?
Kuzco, you fool.
Oh, I got him right here.
Do you mean to tell me you've had him this whole time?
Yeah, I knew you were looking for him, so I pulled him out of the deck for you.
How did you find him so fast?
It was pretty easy, actually.
It always takes me forever.
I never have a problem with it. Let me show you how it's done.
No, I'll figure it out for myself. Why don't you take your coffee? Okay, let's grab our daggers because we got a llama to find as we team up with the malicious, power-hungry Yzma.
This had better be good.
Ah! That's horrid. That's the kind of thing that would scare babies. Can we change the image, please? That's better. In this video, we will be looking at all the cards in Yzma's deck with a few tips on how to play them or not play them, as the case may be. We will also be looking at Yzma's Fate deck for anyone who may want some tips and tricks on how to effectively keep her from winning the game. Before we begin, be sure to subscribe to this channel and ring the bell to be alerted when new episodes are available. To win as Yzma, she has to defeat Kuzco with Kronk. Yeah, apparently this is an easy thing to do, but I have my doubts. Let's dive in. Preston?
You're interrupting my coffee break.
I just need you to do one thing for me. What is that coffee you're drinking?
It's a pumpkin spice latte.
Ugh, whatever. Just pull the lever to start the guide.
Which lever? There's two.
What do you mean there are two? There's only supposed to be one.
The lever installer said we should have two because it would balance the room better.
What? What kind of idiot approved that work order?
You did?
Fine, as long as you know which lever to pull.
Nope, that's above my pay grade.
You don't get paid anything.
Yeah, that's another thing we need to discuss.
Just pull the lever so we can get started. Let's start with the allies. She has only 4. 3 Imperial Guards and 1 Kronk. First up is the Imperial Guards. These guys cost 2 power to play and have a strength of 3. The best location for these guys are the palace, the jungle, and Mudka's meat hut. Use them to vanquish low-strength heroes or to help Kronk defeat Kuzco. Speak of the devil, Kronk. He costs 3 power to play and has a strength of 6. He also has the wonderful ability of not being discarded when he vanquishes heroes, which is good because he can vanquish every hero in the deck except Kuzco. But with a little help from Imperial Guards or the dagger, he can off that selfish little llama too. However, if Kronk is moved, he will gain a power token, and after he gains 3, he will travel to the top of Yzma's realm to become a hero. That's bad, but not irreversible. Speaking of the dagger, let's look at her item. She has only one. Can you guess which one it is? That's right! This dagger costs 1 power to play, and when attached to an ally, that ally gets +1 strength. And if the dagger would be discarded, place the card back into Yzma's hand. Give this item to Kronk as soon as possible. If Kronk is not available, give it to Imperial Guards. Either way, just get the card out of Yzma's hand. And now, on to the effects. she has a total of 21. Wow. 3 Eavesdrop, 3 Smash It with a Hammer, 3 After Them, 2 Right Hand Man, 2 The Path That Rocks, 2 Fake Funeral, 2 Beauty Sleep, 2 A Cruel Irony, and 2 Finish the Job. First up is Eavesdrop. For the cost of 2 power, Yzma can look at one of her 4 Fate decks. This is a great card to do a little recon and find not only Cusco, but several other rage-inducing Fate cards. Be careful not to alert the opponents on what Yzma may have found while searching. After Yzma knows what is in her Fate decks, she can then use her next effect, Smash It with a Hammer. This effect costs 1 power to play, and with it, Yzma can reveal 2 random cards from one of her Fate decks. Put those 2 cards in a box, and put that box in another box, mail that box to herself, and when it arrives, she can smash it with a hammer. Too much? Use this effect even if Yzma doesn't know what's in the Fate decks, especially early in the game. For more info on what exactly is in the Fate deck, stick around. The next effect is After Them. For 1 power, Yzma will reveal all the cards in one of her Fate decks and play all heroes to that location. If Yzma knows where Cusco is, use this to bring him out to the realm. If Kronk is in place, play this card in combination with the Vanquish action to win the game in 1 swift move. It can be dangerous to play this card without knowing what's in the Fate deck, but if things are desperate, give it a try. Now for the next effect, Right Hand Man. With this 2 power card, Yzma can find Kronk wherever he is and put him and any attached items into her hand. This card is wonderful for getting Kronk into Yzma's hand as soon as possible. It can also be used to bring Kronk back to Yzma's hand if he has been converted to hero status. So hang on to this card if that is about to happen. Next on the agenda, The Path That Rocks. This free-to-play card allows Yzma to discard all the power currently on Kronk and gain it for herself. This is very handy if Kronk is gaining power by either moving or Fate actions. Judge the situation carefully to see if this card is worth hanging on to or not. Next, Fake Funeral. This card is also free to play and lets Yzma gain power for each hero in the Fate discard pile, up to 5. If there's even just 1 discarded hero, play this card and gain power. Free power is free power. Next, Beauty Sleep. For the cost of 1, Yzma will play this card before any other action and immediately end her turn. Before she moves on her next turn, she may gain 2 power, draw 2 cards, and or move a hero to an adjacent location. This card is very situational, but can be handy for moving heroes out of the way or for moving Cusco into Kronk's location. If there are no heroes to move, just discard this scary thing. Blah. Next, A Cruel Irony. Initially, this card costs 1 power to play, and if there is an ally at Yzma's location, she can use a discard effect card again as long as she can pay the cost of that effect. This will be handy if Yzma has spread around the allies so she can bring out Eavesdrop again, or After Them, or even Smash It with a Hammer. Next, Finish the Job. This 1-cost card lets Yzma move an ally to any location that has a hero. This is perfect for moving Kronk to Cusco's location or some other bothersome hero that could be blocking her way. If there are no heroes, of course, then discard this, as it can be played again later with A Cruel Irony. That's it for the effects. Now let's jump on those conditions. She has 4, 2 Superiority, and 2 Ferocity. First up, Superiority. When Yzma is the Fatee in a Fate action, before the opponent chooses a Fate deck to look at, Yzma will make that decision for them. Try to make opponents see decks Yzma already knows about from Eavesdrop. or force opponents to look at the same deck they looked at in a previous Fate action. Since Yzma will be fated a lot, hang on to this card and use it consistently. And the other condition, ferocity. If an opponent defeats a hero with a strength of 3 or more, Yzma can defeat a hero with a strength of 3 or less. This is perfect to take out those annoying children. But if the opponents are not going to be defeating strong heroes, then just discard this. That's it for her deck. Now, here comes the Fate deck. Let's start with the heroes. First up, the big cheese, Kuzco. He has a strength of 7 and is the keymaster of Yzma's objective. He should never be played in a Fate action, but once he is out, be sure to Fate Yzma repeatedly and get some other Fate cards out there to delay her plans. Next, Pacha. He has a strength of 4, and when he is played, the Fator may shuffle 2 of Yzma's Fate decks together. Use this ability if Yzma has discovered Kuzco's location to throw her off the trail, or to mess up any decks that Yzma has previously eavesdropped. If Kuzco is already out, don't bother with this card. Next, Chicha. She has a strength of 4 also, and when Yzma moves to her location, she will lose 2 power. She is a solid Fate choice anytime, so go ahead and play her unless there's something better in that Fate pile. Next, Tipo and Chaka. Both of these kids have a strength of 3 and must be defeated before Yzma can defeat any other hero. These Fate cards need to be out as much as possible. If they get defeated, try to bring them back with Fate effects or the next hero, Peasant. He has 2 strength and allows the Fator to take a discarded hero and shuffle them back into one of the Fate decks. Use him to strategically place either Chaka or Tipo back into the Fate pile to be brought out again later. If neither one of these kids are discarded yet and there is something better to play, well, I guess he should have thought of that before becoming a peasant. Take him away. Next! Squeaky. Squeak, squeak, squeakin', squeakity, squeakin', squeak, 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 squeakin'. Squeak, 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 squeakin', squeakity, squeakin', 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 squeakity, squeakin', squeak, squeak. Squeak, 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 squeakin', squeak, squeakin', squeakity, squeak. That's all the heroes, and there are no Fate items, so on to the Fate effects. She has a total of 8. 3, Beware the Groove. 2, Wrong Lever. 2, The Path of Righteousness. And 1, On the Run. Let's start with Beware the Groove. This effect lets the Fator take a discarded hero and shuffle them with 2 of Yzma's Fate decks together and replace the decks. Use this card to replace Tipo or Chaka, or at least to fumble up the Fate decks that Yzma has already eavesdropped. Next! This card is not only hilarious to play, but will force Yzma to lose half her power rounded up. If she has lots of power and there's nothing better to play, use this card. Although it may be a wise idea to leave it be and let Yzma draw it herself with one of her effects. Next, the Path of Righteousness. This effect lets the Fator place 1 power token on Kronk. If Kuzco is present, then he gets 2 tokens. Definitely play this card if he will get 2 tokens, or just leave it in the pile and wait until it's more useful. Next, On the Run. When this card is played, the Fator will take a hero in Yzma's realm and shuffle them and all of Yzma's Fate decks together and redistribute them into 4 new decks. This is the card that will set back Yzma big time if played on Kuzco. If Kuzco is not out, either put this card back and wait till a better opportunity, or use it to shuffle up the decks if Yzma knows where Kuzco is. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. I hope everyone found this video informative and maybe even picked up a few pointers on how to play Yzma or even play against Yzma. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a like and don't forget to subscribe. Keep watching this channel for more Disney Villainous guides. But before we go, let me know in the comments which Disney villain you think is the ugliest. This is your absent friend, signing off. All right, Preston, pull the lever again.